Broadcasting to viewers in Liberia and across the globe. Hello and welcome to KMTV News Update. My name is Anthony Kukui. President George Weah is said to be exploring all necessary means possible to ensure the Liberian people regain their space through the provision of international opportunities to better their living conditions. At the ongoing Global Forum Africa 2019, taking place in Dubai and organized by the Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industry, President Weah unleashed Liberia's potentials and business environment at the forum and thus to the world leaders. The Liberian leader, addressing his colleagues, highlighted Liberia's fertile soil and hollow climate conducive for agriculture, as well as prospects in the mining, energy, logging, and tourism sectors. According to an executive mansion release, the Liberian leader interactive address revealed the country's huge potential for investments and also discussed his plans to unlock growth and opportunity for young entrepreneurs to become key actors in the Liberian economy. In a more confident tone, the Liberian leader assured over 1,000 delegates, including organizers, participants, and investment groups respectively, that Liberia is fully ready for business, noting that the Liberian business community is prepared to work with other countries, including the UAE. Vice President Joel Howard Taylor says public policy choice, that's good public policy choice, and multi-dimensional approach is pivotal to addressing the health and nutrition of adolescent girls in the region. Speaking at the launching program of the 16th ECOWAS Nations Nutrition Summit Monday, VP Taylor praised the growing global momentum in tracking malnutrition on the continent. According to her, the education of a girl is usually cut down due to unwanted and unplanned pregnancy, sexual and gender-based violence, and female genital mutilation, among others. For his part, ECOWAS Ambassador to Liberia, Babatunde Addisombo, emphasized the need to build a regional food security reserve. According to him, ECOWAS is fully committed to strengthening the food reserve approach in promoting appropriate nutrition diet. Today's development now, former Truth and Reconciliation Commission chairperson has accused President George Weah of playing soccer with the dispensation of justice through the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court. Councillor Jeremy Verdier is quoted as saying the president is being tricked, noting that President Weah has not directly called for the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court in the country. President Weah months ago asked the 53rd legislature to advise him on the establishment of the court in Liberia. But speaking to VOA News, the former TRC boss warned that there will be no progress in Liberia in the absence of upholding the rule of law. Councillor Verdier also called for sanctions to be placed on Liberia for the alleged failure of government to do what he said is right. Doing so, according to him, will pressure the Weah administration to take necessary steps in ensuring that's in ending the culture of impunity. The Board of Governors of the Central Bank of Liberia has announced short-term monetary policy in the country. The strategy suspends the 25% that's maintenance split policy for the month of December. It also seeks to increase the standing deposit facility rate of 30%. According to the bank, the measure is aimed at executing CBN's core mandate of maintaining price stability. Musa Dukle is the officer in charge at the CBN, and he spoke to journalists on Monday.
With inflation, the money you carry, the Liberian dollar you carry, is exposed to rates. The value is eroded on a daily basis. And so the rate at which you spend the Liberian dollar is faster than the US dollar. The simple rationale for that is that you are afraid that inflation should not reduce the purchasing power of that money tomorrow. So this monetary policy rate is an instrument that will be used as a benchmark against that risk that your Liberian dollar is exposed to tomorrow, so that the incentive for keeping your money in the bank is assured. I think that's just the simple analysis I can give in terms of this policy rate that we talk about. The monetary policy rate is an instrument that will have a trigger on other policy instruments. So when you have these facilities that we use as a treasury instrument, I don't know how far we should go. A treasury instrument could be this facility that you can invest in. Banks invest in this facility. Like for instance, the standing deposit facility. If we increase the policy rate, this standing deposit facility will be used as a proxy for that policy rate. It's a proxy for that policy rate. What that means is that if you have inflation, high inflation in the economy, we increase the policy rate so that that inflation doesn't affect the money you carry in your pocket. If the economy is experiencing a boom, in the economy. We want to see a boom, a forward-looking economy where we want a boom, assuming that there's no inflation, but we want to see growth. Then we bring down the rate, the standing deposit facility rate, as the policy rate. Then it leaves more money in the hands of the bank, and the banks are able to increase lending. But in the situation we are experiencing now, we have to benchmark this inflation rate against the policy rate, because our target is to deal with inflation. And the way to deal with inflation is to reduce the amount of money in bank. Then the bank will be able to reduce lending, given that we have inflation. If lending reduces in the economy, then the Liberian dollar will get stable value in terms of price. Then the store value instrument of that Liberian dollar currency will be assured. Then the fear of uncertainty in keeping your money in the financial sector will be mitigated.
Here's Musa Dukli, the officer in charge at the Central Bank of Liberia, announcing the new monetary policy taken by the CBL. Well, those were the latest from our news center. Do join us for more developments at 8 p.m. tonight on our program News Today. Better still, you can visit our website at www.kmtvliberia.com for more news and developments. Until then, my name is Anthony Kukui.